Today we're speedrunning from Power 1 to killing the Duke, so let's begin. Before we can actually hop in and start the run, we actually have to create our character first. I'm going with the Battle Axe as our starting weapon, Gale Breath as our attunement, and 8 Agility as our core attributes. Why all these things? Well, we need to kill things fast and go fast. We also want to choose the Trial of One as our origin, and we want to go into Echoes and make sure we pick up Destined. This will pick our cards for us, and it makes Trial a lot faster. Also, Destroy Man 3 legally says that you have to subscribe to me. So subscribe now, gamers. Now, about a week back, one of my friends, Arg, actually posted this exact same speedrun of him doing it in 33 minutes. And I made a joke about it, saying I would go beat it. However, he didn't take to it very lightly, and he even said no Canadian will beat me. So we have to spite him today. The run doesn't actually start until we start moving, so there we go. So I have a few concerns going into this. One, most of my attempts actually end in the Trial of One, simply because we just don't get the luck needed. We need either the Enforcer's Axe or the Relic Axe to drop from one of the mobs, and most of the time that just doesn't happen. But anyways, the first trial up is the parry check. Now, this trial tests your ability to parry, but if you also read a weapon manual before going into the trial, it will actually give you a lot of experience, which we need. And if we can just get even one more level, we can kill the Duke faster. Anyways, the orbs really speed up here, and we pretty much have to spam F, but after that, we've done it. Now, a flame will come down here and give us 5 investment points. We're gonna immediately spend all of these 5 into Gale and prepare for the next trial. And the next trial is the Sharko. He's really not that bad, but since we don't have Chain of Perfection, we could just tank most of his hits and keep him winning them. We're going for maximum speed, so that means even roll canceling his kicks. Usually he will get us low though, but yeah, he's not that bad. Anyways, we're gonna put all of our points as soon as possible into Gale Breath because we need 25 Gale Breath to get Gale Leap. That is a really essential talent, and we need as much Gale Mantras as possible. Anyways, onto the Golem. He's also not that bad, really. We just have to not take that much damage, and we should be good. Oh, here's a trick here, actually. So, if you press F at the right time in M1, you can actually hit him and parry most of his hits. So that is a trick I use to kill him really fast. Other than that, it's just minimizing our damage taken because he really hurts a lot, so we really have to parry his hits. Now with the Flame, we can spend all of our points into Heavy Weapon, mainly so that we can equip the Enforcer Axe or whatever other weapon we can get. Anyways, we're on to the Krako. The Krako also really hurts a lot, so we want to make sure to minimize our damage taken. If you stand at a distance here, he actually can't hit you with some of his attacks, which is neat, but he really will get you low, so you have to keep this in mind. Now we'll put some more stats into Heavy Weapon, and we're about at the halfway point of the trial, which means Angels. Angels can be really frustrating, because if you don't knock them off spawn, it will take you a lot of time, and I've actually lost a few runs just because of Angels. They're that annoying. But basically, once you get one, you'll have to get the other. They do have a lot of posture, so you have to like M1 them a lot. And after we get one, we have to focus the other, and once they're both knocked, we can go ahead and grip them. Now, this is where my run gets stupid lucky. Next up on the list is the Enforcer. I let him kick me away at the beginning here, so that I can do the same trick with the Golem, where we actually parry them one at the same time. But basically, the Enforcer only has a set chance of actually dropping his weapon, and we need him in the Axe variant, because if we get any other variant, we actually can't use that weapon. But I got crazy lucky here. It's already rare enough to get the Axe, but to get it in 3-star damage is absolutely nuts. So we're going to keep putting our stats in the Heavy Weapon until we reach 75 so that we can use the Enforcer Axe. But next up on the list is the Stone Knight. Now the thing that's special about the Stone Knight is that while he swings slow most of the time, he hits hard, so I accidentally do get kicked here. Now this guy can actually drop a weapon for a run called the Relic Axe, which also requires 75 heavy. The problem is, it is super rare. However, it is a good second alternative if you can't get the Enforcer Axe. But anyways, we're just about done with the Stone Knight. Now we can put the points in to get 75 heavy weapon and start using our Enforcer Axe. And we also want to invest 20 agility so that we can get kickoff. Now that we're set for the rest of the run, we're gonna head into the second parry trial, which is pretty much just spamming up. There's nothing too much special about this one. Now that we've got everything we need, we can just invest into whatever stat we want, and we're on the final trial, the Alpha Megalodon Sharko. Now the thing is, we're so strong at this point in time, we can just do 3-on-1s and he'll literally just die from that. After that, we've completed the trial of 1, and now we can do the rest of the run. Now that we're done with one of the most luck-heavy parts of the run, we actually need to leave this island as soon as we can. So, we're gonna head for the boats, but, we're gonna do a gale leap here and try and cancel our fall damage. Unfortunately, I failed, but we can go ahead and build a dinghy, and we're gonna head towards Etris now. So, as soon as we get on our dinghy, we're gonna start immediately sailing towards the sea gates. We're also going to use our training equipment here because we actually need 2 investment points to level up. But as soon as we hit the sea gate, we're going to start immediately looking for stuff that we can sell. So I actually see a chest in the air there, but unfortunately we can't actually reach that. Now usually when we arrive at Etris, there's usually a sea event that we can like clear out for money. Pretty much the only thing here is the artifact, so we're actually just going to go ahead and pick up the artifact. So that we can go turn it in and get some money. Now, as soon as we pick up the artifact and get on our boat, we actually want to send it towards the other sea gate. This will be important later, but for now, we just need to focus on turning in the artifact. Now, this next part of the run isn't essential, but I just wanted to get Destroyer Man 3. Look, man, he's adorable, alright? He's also pretty evil, though. Anyways, we're gonna head up here with the artifact. We can't actually dash up, so we need to do this tricky jump by timing our slide on it and jumping at the same time to get the perfect wall jump. Now we're just gonna head to the banker here so that we can turn in our artifact and get the notes needed for the run. We get 225, which is easily enough. So now we're gonna head towards the blacksmith, and we're actually gonna talk to this guy first so we can get massive discounts on the wood. We're gonna need around about somewhere over 50. That will honestly do. Now after we've bought our wood, we actually want to go ahead and head over to this guy and turn in as much wood as we can. We need to turn in somewhere over 50 so that we can actually start the Duke quest line. Now after we turn on our wood, we're gonna go ahead and talk to Kenneth, and he's gonna ask us to talk to the locals, so we're gonna head over to the librarian. Once we're at the bookstore, we're going to go ahead and talk to the librarian, who's going to ask us to investigate what's going on with the Lord Regent. However, we're just going to completely ignore that and just start heading over to the blacksmith. Spoiler alert, Kenneth is dead now, so we need to go to his corpse, which is somewhere over these mountains. The only problem is, I make a slight mistake here. Yeah, that was a jump I was not supposed to fail. This small mistake costed me about 20 seconds on my speedrun. I had to do a double wall climb here to get up, which is really unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. Anyways, we're now at Kenneth's corpse, and we can go talk to the guard here, who tells us we have a meeting with the Lord Regent. So now we have to backtrack all the way back to the palace. Once we're at the palace, we just want to go through this doorway here, and we want to go up as fast as we can. Anyways, this next part is fast, so I'm going to try and explain it. Basically, Lord Regent is going to give us the key for the manor to Duke. As soon as we get the key, we want to immediately press escape or enter. This is the quick hotkey to reset, and we're just going to check out some of our equipment that we got from the artifact. After we waited the 30-second timer, this is where the boat from earlier actually comes in. We can respawn at our ship, which is already heading towards Erisia. Doing this saves us 90 seconds, which is pretty big when it comes to this sort of run. Now we're going to hit the sea gate with our boat so we can start going really fast. And we want to keep sailing along the side until we find this island, where we're going to turn and actually get on the island. As soon as we enter the island, we want to immediately head past this Sharko, and we're just going to go straight. As soon as we approach this wall, we want to immediately begin the climb. So we're going to start wall climbing our way up here. We're going to fail this the first time because this wall climb is actually quite tricky. But other than that, we're just going to gale leap off here. Make sure to climb this gap, and we're going to continue to climb upwards. As soon as we see the two pathways here, we're going to take the one that goes left. Now, the reason why we're actually going this way is because this is another way into the hidden village, as you'll see in a second here. But the reason why we actually want to go to the hidden village instead of just sailing the normal way around to Erisia is because we can actually go ahead and use the Shrine of Blasphemy here. The Shrine of Blasphemy gives us 3 power levels, which we need if you want to kill the Duke. After using the Shrine of Blasphemy, we are now power level 12, and we are now ready to go to the Duke. So the fastest way to actually get to the Duke from here is actually just climbing over all of the walls at Upper Erisia. So we're going to need to climb pretty high, which is pretty much this entire part. We're going to have to climb on top of the hill here. The reason why we don't go through the cave is because it just generally takes a lot of time to go through. We're going to climb the corner of the tree here. That's pretty much the fastest way up. We can also abuse our gale leaps here so that we can get a lot of forward momentum. Again, just going even faster. Now, there isn't really an easy way to stay up here, so we're pretty much going to be forced to go down, which really isn't that bad. We're just going to make sure to avoid the golems wherever we can. I actually missed the gale leap here, so we kind of just have to go over this tree a bit. We can hit another spot where we can gale leap here before I accidentally uppercut, so oops. Now we're going to hit a spot here where there's a stone gate that we have to go through, and we're just going to exit full screen because we're going to try and glitch through it. We're going to freeze our game, and we're going to try dashing through the wall at the same time, except it doesn't really work the first few times, and I get beat up. Ow. I actually almost died trying this, but luckily, on this last attempt, we finally got the glitch to work, and now we're at the manor. So all we have to do is head forward, unlock it with our key, and we're in. Now, as soon as we open this door, there's going to be minions that spawn. They're not very strong, however, we have to keep in mind that we were literally 1 bar just a second ago, so... Shrine of Blasphemy pretty much guarantees that we have lethal precision, so we actually don't really have to worry about gripping these guys, which is pretty nice. Now we're into a big hallway where there's a ton of minions, and we're gonna have to clear all of them out as soon as we can. This part can actually be really dangerous if you're not careful enough. As you can see, they get me to half, but if you don't actually get tempo, you could just legitimately get stun locked to death, and I've actually had this happen before. Thankfully, we've killed them all, and now we can actually head down to the dungeon with a staggering time of 19 minutes and 59 seconds. I didn't even believe you could enter the dungeon before 20 minutes, so this is insane. Anyways, we're now on one of the parts of the run, which I really dislike because I'm bad at it. We're gonna walk forward here to spawn the golems and make sure that they follow us. Now, the reason why we're actually not just fighting both of them at the same time is because we will most likely die doing it. So we actually have to get on top of this statue and get in a very specific spot so that we can actually hit them and they can't hit us. Once we hit them for a while, they will eventually die, and we'll just have to clear up some of the servants. Once we go by where the golems spawn, there's actually 2 servants that never aggro onto you until you go forward. So we're just going to clear them up real quick, and the stone gate will finally open. Now we can just rush straight to Duke. We don't actually have to deal with any of these golems, which thank God, by the way. We're just gonna go down this long hallway, and at the end of the long hallway is the Duke. Now, as soon as he walks forward, we're just gonna skip through all of his dialogue because I'm a speedrunner. I'm pretty sure in lore he's like the protector of the Forge of Sin or something. But anyways, this first phase consists of a windshield that we have to break down constantly with M1s. We want to make sure to also parry the attacks he's throwing at us while he's in this shield. It's pretty easy once you get into a rhythm, but sometimes he really can mess you up, so you have to be careful. After trading M1s with him for a while, he will eventually break his shield, and that's when the second phase comes into play. Now that his shield is gone, we can actually finally start to hurt him. He can also summon minions, which can sometimes be a double-edged sword when it comes to either hurting or benefiting us, so we have to really be careful. Most of this phase is actually just compressing him in a timeout corner and occasionally blocking or dodging any attacks he might do. Now, every time we accidentally flourish him, he will proceed to vent and do an attack of his own, which can be really dangerous. Also, this is why the minions can be a double-edged sword. I nearly died here. As long as he's in his timeout corner, I think we'll be okay, though. We're almost done with killing him before he decided to summon his minions again, and I'm not gonna lie, they did kind of piece me up. The thing is, while we're trying to actually kill the minions, the dude can actually attack us, which results in us getting really low here again. But thankfully, we kill one of them. Now that we've escaped death 2 times, we're gonna pull this absolutely nasty Gale Breath combo. And we're gonna finish the run with a time of 25 minutes and 19 seconds. Thank you, Argsnar, for the inspiration, and also Destroyman 3 for being Destroyman 3. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a great rest of your day.
Hi there.
We haven't really gotten any broken cards, though. We haven't really gotten any broken cards.
Where the fuck is he? Where's my mouse?
I'm dead!
Smoke screen, bitch! Smoke screen! Smoke screen! Smoke screen! Smoke screen!